I'm Matt Philbrick. I've been working in emergency medical services for just about 20 years as a paramedic, a flight paramedic, and operations manager. As an emergency responder, I've learned that resilience is critically important to the work I do, not only for taking care of me, my partner, my family, but also my patients and the communities that I serve. But we commonly ask ourselves, how do we increase our ability to remain resilient? And one way to do that is to develop resiliency through the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness is awareness that arises through actively paying attention to what is happening in the present moment and not being judgmental about what we're feeling. So it's attention to our thoughts, feelings, and emotions, but not feeling judgmental for feeling any particular way. We can have an emotion, we can have a thought, and we're not going to beat ourselves up for it. It's about being aware of what's on our mind at any moment in time. Mindfulness is a mental practice that supports all other resiliency skills. Another way to describe it is to think of mindfulness as a form of internal situational awareness. We're paying attention to what we're doing in that moment. Now, almost everyone struggles with maintaining that focus. Distraction and self-judgment are incredibly common. So just recognize that and know that that's part of it and part of being a human being practicing the form of mindfulness. That being said, the more you practice mindfulness, the less distracted and less judgmental you'll be on those thoughts and emotions. So let's discuss what mindfulness is in emergency response work. Mindfulness supports resilience because all resilience skills require some form of awareness, perspective, critical thinking, or intention. And when practiced over time, mindfulness trains our brain to become more aware and more focused and more engaged with the goal of becoming more self-aware. So as we become more engaged and we focus more, we actually become more self-aware of what our emotions are and we grow that emotional intelligence. Mindfulness has other benefits too, and practicing mindfulness helps emergency responders create positive changes in our brains that help increase our capacity to maintain a stable, clear, and effective mental state in high-stress situations. Now, sometimes meditation is used synonymously with mindfulness. Now, meditation encompasses a wide range of practices. These include relaxation techniques, techniques to train attention, regulate emotions, and create a heightened sense of well-being. Mindfulness is a form of meditation in the sense that we're paying attention to what's happening in the present moment and what is on our mind and what is around us. Now, there are several techniques we can use to practice mindfulness. These include letting your thoughts come and go. So you notice them non-judgmentally. You don't sit on those emotions. You don't ruminate on them, and you don't let them get you upset. You recognize that you're having a thought or an emotion, and that's a perfectly normal reaction. And you let that thought and emotion come, and then you let it go. Another one is to open up and make room for all emotions, sensations, and feelings. So just recognizing that in any sort of situation, you can experience the whole spectrum of human emotion. You can have all kinds of thoughts enter your head, and all that is perfectly okay. The goal of mindfulness is to recognize what those are and recognize when they come in, and then allow them to move through you. You also want to connect with the world around you. So you notice what is in front of you in the moment, and you notice your reactions to it. So is there a keyboard and a desk in front of me? Am I sitting in a chair? Can I feel the chair underneath me? Can I feel the clothes against my body? By putting thought into those things, you're actively practicing mindfulness. There's also several exercises that you can do to incorporate into your daily or weekly routine to practice mindfulness. Now, a few of those examples are downloading a mindfulness app on your smartphone. So there's a handful of apps out there. I suggest that you do some research and find one that works best for you. Several times per week, you can set a reminder or an alarm on your phone. You take a moment and you pause and you deliberately put your attention to your physical state, your emotional state, and what thoughts you're having. So I'm going to pause. I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm sitting in a chair. I can feel the chair underneath me. I'm, relatively warm in my office. I'm feeling warm. Emotionally, I feel very calm, and I'm thinking about work today. That would be something you won't want to do several times per day because it brings your thoughts and your emotions back on yourself, and you're allowing yourself to be self-reflective. You can also practice mindfulness activities every single day. You can focus on the activities you're doing. This can come in the form of paying attention when you are brushing your teeth, or when you're driving your car, or doing the dishes, or mowing the lawn, or preparing or eating a meal, or even pumping gas into your car. By putting your thoughts into the activity that you're doing, you're actively practicing mindfulness, and you're actively training your brain to have that mindfulness mindset. You can also meditate several times per week to experience those benefits as well.